Hey guys, Fatiguu here, and today you are going to be seeing some 25-man raid content from World of Warcraft Cataclysm, my guild's SMK. First, dive into the pool of 25-man raiding. I was very excited for this, as I love 25-mans more than 10-mans. Just the feel of 25 people attacking a giant boss rather than 10 people just feels so much more epic, so much more like a raid, and that is really what I've been lobbying for our guild to do ever since Cataclysm started. And finally, on the Tuesday before Sunday, March 19th, which is the day that I'm making this commentary because I am way too lazy to go into my calendar and find what date that Tuesday is, we took our first steps into Cataclysm 25-man raiding. Now, we are still an active 10-man guild. I'm not sure how actively we are going to raid 25-mans, but I had a lot of fun. Again, 25-mans are a lot more epic than 10-mans. You know, I raided 25-man in Burning Crusade. I only raided very briefly in Wrath of the Lich King. I only did a few 25-man runs, mainly 10-man. I didn't even raid throughout the entire Wrath of the Lich King expansion pack. So, but Burning Crusade, I have some solid experience. Made it to Illidan in Burning Crusade, but did not go into Sunwell. I took a break from WoW when Sunwell, briefly after the Sunwell patch was released, so I never really saw the Sunwell raiding, but progressed decently far in my opinion in Burning Crusade, so I really do enjoy 25-mans. They just have a really epic feel. In this video, you are going to see Omnitron, Magma, and Maloriak, each with sped up footage, because I mean, if I put all of them in, you know, normal speed, this video would be like 30 minutes long. Not that I think any of you would mind. I mean, in hindsight, I'm sure some of you do enjoy hearing me talk to myself in a room for 30 minutes long, and I do that in my Let's Plays, but I feel that I would get very lost in this video, being that there's not much of a difference between the 25-man version of the bosses and the 10-man version of the bosses, because I have all these bosses on 10-man on my channel, just these bosses alone, you know, Omnitron, Magma, and Maloriak in their own video, and there's not that much of a difference between them, with the exception of the scaled damage, scaled health, not even scaled damage, I'm not even sure, I think just scaled health to 25 people versus 10 people. Now, do I agree with that? Do I think they should go back to the way things were in Wrath of the Lich King, even though I didn't like that expansion? I mean, guilds really shouldn't be rewarded for having more people, but I do think they should go back to Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade, where there was a difference between the number of people per raid. I think that was a good system. I didn't see a problem with the system when they changed it in Wrath, and I still to this day do not enjoy that change. So, what are you going to do? Got to go on. You do get more loot to scale to the 25-man versions of the bosses, so that is in fact good. I'm in fact the only person that dies on this Omnitron run right here, with the exception of the person that has been disconnected for the first two bosses. So we did 24-man the first two bosses, who were like uber badasses, except not, because they're not that hard, but Arcanitron switches his shield. He puts his shield up. You know, you can't attack him when the shield goes up. Had to switch to Toxitron, and the sludges came out, so we had to kill the sludges, but then they're like, oh, the bosses are so low, everyone turn on the boss side. Misclick, Arcanitron, dead. Look at that. We would have had a perfect run, but I had to die. So if there was an immortal title for Cataclysm, which I'm not sure if there is, I really don't think there is, I would have ruined it right there. So that sucks, but on to Magma. Magma, we kind of cheat a little bit in the way we do it. We do it in kind of like a, some people would call it manipulation of, you know, boss mechanics. Some people would call it exploiting. I mean, we just thought of this strategy up ourselves, you know. We didn't, I'm not sure if we read this from any guide site, where one day we're just like, oh, here's a good idea, so there it is. We have our wonderful mage, Giancarlo. He kites the larva worms around the room, and what happens is, well, how do we do it so it's just him that gets hit by the spike? Because sometimes our system malfunctions. It's not a perfect system. We have all the ranged stand in a melee ball in melee range by the boss, which is a particular problem for me because as a hunter I have a dead zone, so I always have to be standing the furthest back out of everyone, and sometimes people don't stack up enough, you know, when we have to move around like here. But usually it goes over pretty well, and the spike only goes on our awesome mage, and he avoids it because he's awesome, and he kites the larva around the room, and then when there gets to be so much, an AoE call out is called out, and we all turn and we AoE on the larva. Now, what was a concern in this fight for us was that, well, being 25-man, will it be too much larva for him to control? And it wasn't. So you might ask, what happens when your system malfunctions and a pillar goes off on the melee group? Well, everyone has to be aware, has to be on their toes, and everyone has to, I don't want to say move away, because some people do have to move to avoid, but no one can touch the larva because, again, with everyone in such close proximity, the larva latches onto you. It just hatches more larva, which would create a problem. So everyone's got to be a little bit aware of that, but the raid group handled it quite well. Not really a lot of extra larva going around. As you can see, another pillar just went down on our designated melee area group, but it was okay. It was controlled. Look at that. They are slowed. They can't even move, and they're just getting blasted and AoE down. That is the epicness of 25-mans right there. So Magma, nothing really different in the 25-man version. Same mechanics, just more health and more loots that are in fact dropped. But the good thing about 25-mans with the more health, I mean, first off, you have more people, so it really doesn't even seem like that much more health. And you have, I mean, you could get more buffs out of 25-mans. That is always good to have. So the more health, the health ratio thing, really doesn't seem like that much. Now, as you can see, this fight, we did not have a perfect run at all. As you can see, we have 5 people dead in the group right now. What did they die from? Sure beats me. I really have no idea. If I commented on this the night after, I might have been able to tell you, but even then, I just looked up at my raid frame and was like, oh, Jesus, there's 5 people dead. I'd be failing hard right now if I was a healer. But I'm not. But the healers weren't failing hard. They died to matters out of their control. I even think a couple healers died, so no problem. But when I said failing hard as a healer, because I know there are healers in our raid group that watches my videos, that was the wrong thing to say, by not paying attention to my raid frames at who was dead and who wasn't. So that is what I meant by it. The healers were not failing at all. We have fantastic healers in our guild. Jesus, I gotta be careful with my words there. I feel like a goddamn politician. Say the wrong thing and everyone's like, hey, what did you mean by that? Yeah, so Magma goes down and on to Maloriak. Now, Maloriak, as you can see, we now have a full 25-man party because 24-manning Maloriak might not have gone over well because of all the ads. We had some disconnection problems with Maloriak that caused us to spend much more time on him than we had to. What happened was we have our guild leader main tank, right? So he would go in, we go, all right, Zonk, you main tank the boss, and we'll kill him. Sounds good. Running. Attack the boss. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, he's not moving. He's not moving. Okay. Main tank is dead. DC. All right, so we try that 3 times, 3 straight DC. So we say, okay, go attack the ads, DC. Same thing happened. So, I mean, we had some DC issues on Magma. So for those of you that don't have computers that are really fast processing, good internet connections, the reason you'll have a little bit of trouble on 25-man Magma is all the ads. Like, look at all the ads that are spawning everywhere. 25 people plus the boss. He's throwing vials into the cauldron. You got the ads. And the reason why I say that is I know I have a very large casual audience, because some people just laugh, go, LOL, who doesn't have a $5,000 uberly processed computer to play WoW with to run everything on ultra graphics? Well, a lot of people do not. So I'm just warning people that are running things off of, laptops that cost a few $100s. Just be wary of your graphics when you enter the Maloriak fight, because there's a lot going on. I do, in fact, rate on graphics level. I don't rate on the highest graphics level. I might rate on low to medium graphics, so that to keep everything good and smooth running, because, I'm just on a MacBook. So if I were to try to record and run raids at, like, high graphics, I can even go into Stormwind in high graphics. It would not be very pretty at all. So I just try to keep things under control to make a controlled video. So I just rambled on for far too long about that. Just giving you guys a heads up out there about what to expect for those of you that don't have the greatest computers, because that was our main trouble in this fight, or we would have done just fine, like 1 attempt or 2, and it would have been gone over quite well. Also, be sure that the tank you have main tanking the boss knows what to do in the last phase, because we assigned a main tank to the boss, and we died in the last phase because he was like, oh my god, what's going on? He died. Everyone else in the raid died. It was not nice. This is the last phase. Just be sure your tank knows to kite him around the wall and not get hit by stuff. Blow heroes him in the last phase, because this is really just a crunch phase. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. And that is about it. He is going to go down at the expense of, I think, 1 or 2 players' lives, maybe. I don't know, but I do know when there's phases like this where it's just zerg, 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 zerg him down, everything seems more dramatic and more epic than it should be. And I probably thought that a player or 2 died, but it really doesn't look like, look at the raid frames right now, that a player... Oh, there goes one. There goes one. Was that the tank? That might have been the tank. Jeez. Okay, well. Alright, yep. At the expense of 2 players. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, please like it. Of course, comment and give me your feedback. Your comments help my videos improve. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.